represents the 19th Ward, and that is home to a lot of Chicago police officers and a lot of Chicago firefighters, and I don't think they would find a better ally on the city council than this guy, Alderman Matt O'Shea. Thanks for coming on the Lisa Dent Show. Was the exam today? Today is the day that potential firefighters took the exam?
Well, there's several tests being offered, but today's the first day of when this latest group will be seated. And Lisa, there were more than 15,000 applicants, and less than 5,000 of those 15,000 will have the opportunity to take the test, and that's disappointing.
So you agree, because a lot of people are saying there were glitches and sometimes they were booted out for residency requirements when they indeed live in the area that they indicated. What is going on, and why were more people not given the opportunity to take the test?
Yeah, this whole process has been a calamity of errors. The city of Chicago rushed the process for whatever reason. It's lacked transparency. There was a panel of several of my colleagues and Local 2 who represents Chicago firefighters and paramedics on the best process to go to make sure that there was inclusivity and equity equally distributed, giving more people an opportunity. But they created many problems here. This did not need to be this difficult. I've been inundated for the last several weeks with dozens and dozens of phone calls from residents of my community who applied, veterans that didn't get the preference, residents who were told that they didn't prove that, in fact, they were city residents. Simple computer glitches, not being able to, an inability to verify your residency. Lisa, what we're looking at here is very costly litigation down the road. And I believe because we did not put corrective measures in place.
And we've seen litigation in the past when it comes to hiring at the Chicago Fire Department. So it used to be you'd have to wait 10 years in between exams. That's been narrowed down now to 2, hasn't it?
Well, the administration has said moving forward they're going to test every 2 years, and that's a whole separate issue. I don't know how easy that can be done. But there's 2 organizations that have worked hard on this topic, and I think they should be brought into this discussion. First and foremost, the Black Fire Brigade, who has worked very hard the last several years to give more opportunities to black young men and women across our city to get this coveted noble position. And then also the other organization is Local 2, who represents firefighters and paramedics. And, I've heard, all kinds of stories, starting with, again, veterans who were kicked out of the system and weren't able to participate. Stories of people who, had a family member, effectively a line of duty death, where a father who had suffered a heart attack in the firehouse, that family member did not have an opportunity to test. Again, we rushed this. The city of Chicago, we should have put in more safeguards for computer glitches and the like, but I feel at the end of the day, there was just such an urge to very quickly put this together and not take input from the union, from other people, to try to make sure that this was inclusive and equitable.
Alderman Matt O'Shea is from the 19th Ward. Today, you voted